Aquarius. So, 5 key points, 5 key dates, 5 key astrological aspects. Let's begin, because this is for sun sign Aquarius and for rising sign Aquarius. Everything you need to know to navigate the astrological energies for July 2023. Let's start. Let's get going. So to start with, point 1, July 2nd and 3rd. So we've got a kind of double aspect here, but they kind of merge into each other. Let's start with the 2nd, because this is about Venus, our planet of love and relationship, also finance and self-worth. Venus is in Leo, in your 7th house of significant relationships. This is really cool for you. This is a really nice position. This brings nice events with your loved one or loved ones. And if you're single, it can even bring in a new love interest. However, on the 2nd, be careful. It's squaring my big outer boy of shocks, the unexpected, all sorts of volcanic personal eruptions in Taurus, Uranus. And Taurus, where Uranus is your 4th house of home and family. So there could be a little bit of a clash. Something happens at home which really is just sends everything off balance with your nearest and dearest, if you have one. Or if you haven't, and you've met someone and you introduce them to your family at home, they might go after you've that person's gone, "Oh my God, what were you thinking?" they say, and absolutely pour cold water on all your loving fantasies. Let's see what else is happening, because on the 3rd of July, we have the full moon, and it's in Capricorn in your 12th house. This is the part of your chart that is very much about the inner you, your psyche, your soul, where you do your inner development. It's a full moon, which of course are about endings and closure. I wonder whether this actually brings in for you, Aquarius, quite a revelation, that you have a resounding aha moment, a kind of sense of, I don't know, for that moment, what it's all about. As if you get some sudden insight into you that you've not really been able to access before. And it helps you set better boundaries and be a little bit more stoical, like Capricorn and not like Aquarius. Let's look at point 2. So this is July the 12th, and this is super interesting too, because this is about the North and the South node. They are our collective karmic destiny and our karma, where we've come from. They are changing signs. They are moving from fixed signs into cardinal signs. So things are going to get much more active over the next 18 months. So the North Node is leaving Taurus, your 4th house, and moving into Aries, your 3rd house of communication. So you're going to find the way you manage to communicate to people is really going to kind of have a bit more depth to it, a bit more depth, a bit more breadth. You'll be drawing on your own past experiences to somehow convey what you need to convey. And remember, the South Node in Libra is in your 9th house of higher learning and also travel, long distance travel. So it brings in the energy of that as well. So this is about, you've been working hard, I think, Aquarius, on trying to understand yourself better. You had Saturn in your sign for 3 years. That really taught you to slow down and take stock of your whole life. Pluto is flirting with your sign at the moment. Pluto, the planet of transformation, gave you a little glimpse of what life's going to be like for the next 20 years when he fully moves into your sign. And now he's retraced his steps into Capricorn to tidy things up. So there's a lot of kind of significantly powerful energy in your chart at the moment, Aquarius. But let's move on to point 3, because this is July 17th. And Mercury, our planet of communication, in Leo, in your 7th house of significant relationship, squaring Jupiter in Taurus, my big outer boy of luck and opportunity, expansion. It's a square, the negative. Be careful what you say at home. Be careful what you say to each other. Just be mindful that day, because there is some nice energy around, because also the 17th, we get a new moon in Cancer. And this is in your 6th house of your day-to-day routine, of pesky health matters. It could be pets and service to others. So this new moon, aligned with the fact that we've got that Mercury squaring Jupiter, what you need to do is step back from that and think, but this is new moon energy. Let me, rise or raise myself above this and see the bigger picture, because Aquarius, that's what you do. You have that ability to see the bigger picture. Don't lose sight of it. Now, finally, or not quite finally, we come to point 4. I was getting ahead of myself there. Point 4, July 23rd, is again about the 7th house, Leo, and it's about Venus. Venus, our planet of love, relationship. It's also about self-worth and value. Venus turns retrograde for 2 months in this part of your chart, and it doesn't go direct again till September, and it doesn't enter your 8th house of Virgo until October. Now, one of the things that people have, or I've read and heard people say, is they're worried about retrograde Venus, and especially for you, Aquarius, because it is in your house of significant relationships. Does it mean the end of a relationship? Let me reassure you that it doesn't have to mean that at all. Listen, if something's gone by its sell-by date, it's not going to just take Venus retrograde to change that. That would just be one part of other configurations going on in your chart. So don't be fearful of this particular retrograde. It means to revisit, to relook, rekindle, revalue, redo, renew vows. You could interpret this energy in whatever way you chose. And the wonderful thing about astrology is that, in a sense, the energies are neutral, and we have to color them. We have to color in the color we want that to manifest as. And so use this Venus retrograde to renew good feelings in relationships, to get back in touch with loved ones you've lost touch with. That would be amazing use of this energy. To renew your vows. You don't have to be married to do that. You just need a quiet candlelit dinner. So, nice energy. Now for point 5, we have also on July 23rd, but it needs a separate number. We have all about Aries in your 3rd house of communication. Chiron, the centaur, the wounded healer, the asteroid is in your 3rd house, Aries. It's turning retrograde. Now, you should be getting quite experienced now with my explanations about retrograde. Revisit, redo, rekindle, relook. So Chiron is going retrograde, but this is about your speech. This is about how you communicate. Do you communicate kindly? Do you communicate with thought? Because Aries can be a bit blunt, a bit go and say it now and that's how it is. Chiron, I think, is asking you to use your inner wounds, your past experience, to be kind in the way you communicate to others. That would really serve you well with this energy. So there we go. That's my interpretation for July for you, Aquarius, for July 2023. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. And please remember to subscribe to my website too. We have got things coming. They're not quite ready. They're being set up. And front of house or back of house, Andrea had problems with her computer, so things got delayed a bit. But hopefully that'll be up and running again soon so she can do the tweaks and the twiddles that she's got to do to get the things up running. So in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me. Remember, the website is www.pennydix.com. It's in the description box. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.